ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Good Friday. And actually, I'm going to show this on Thursday as well. So it's Thursday and Friday, March 28th, 9th, but I don't have any events for Thursday. So it's all Maundy Thursday and Good Friday, and then a great weekend as baseball season gets underway. Look who's here. The boys are back in town.
Hi, guys.
As we've got the Take the Points show today. Jamey, Hodges here, Lucas Vaughan down there. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Boys, you ready to talk about basketball? Have you been watching the tournament?
I've kind of been sidetracked by women's lacrosse, but I'll get there.
Well, lax is pretty good. I understand that. You've been watching wrestling, I guess?
I don't watch wrestling. I got kids. Need to watch them run around. I don't know.
Well, so you've been watching the kids. That's wonderful.
That's what it feels
but we might talk a little basketball, and we will probably talk a little bit of baseball today here on Big Talk. But before we do that, let's tell you a few things going on in and around the neighborhood this weekend here on this gorgeous Easter weekend. Happy Easter to all of you in advance. What is going on? A few things going on Friday in the community events here at the Clay County Hospital, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big bake sale. The 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock this afternoon, the Clay County Hospital Auxiliary will welcome I Declare Pastries.
Time out. That's a whole different shop. Cut, edit, start over. Go ahead.
I Declare Pastries.
Pastries is a pleasure of mine.
They spell it with an E. I don't understand that. But I Declare, well, with two E's, I mean.
I see you, Claire.
I Declare Pastries at the Clay County Hospital Conference Room on Friday from 9 to 4. Fundraiser will accept cash, credit cards, or payroll deductions. So put that one on. How would you like to?
I'll put that into Morton. Turn that paperwork into your boss. Be like, I need about $50 a week taken out for pastries.
I've got donuts here. Yeah,
That's
for
it.
$50.
Yeah.
I like the thinking.
Wow. I just gained 4 pounds with a thought of it.
That's going on. All proceeds go to the Clay County Hospital Auxiliary. What else is going on up in at Village Wine in Effingham? It's the Jacob Kuntz Experience. Enjoy live music at 8 o'clock at Village Wine. Saturday, I've got Easter egg hunts. I've got so many Easter egg hunts I'm going to tell you about. Your head's going to spin. So you can probably take the kids out and make a plan here. You might be able to hit 3 or 4 of them.
No.
Starting in Sims, the Sims Easter egg hunt will be held. That was a quick no. Sims Easter egg hunt starts at 1 p.m. at the Sims Community Center. Going to be 6,000 hidden eggs filled with candy and prizes. Also 30 pick-a-prize eggs for each age group. The Easter Bunny will make an appearance. Everyone is excited. How about up in, let's see, this is in Strasburg, the American Legion Auxiliary Liberty Unit 289 annual community Easter egg hunt up in Strasburg. That will be at 9:45. Set to begin registration at 9:45. The hunt starts at 10. In case of rain, it'll be held at the Strasburg Community Center. Don't worry about that. It's not going to rain. All children ages toddlers through 3rd grade invited to participate. Easter Bunny will also be in attendance there, so he's going to be at both those places. Effingham Elks going to throw a big old Easter egg hunt. It'll be a fun-filled event at Effingham Elks Lodge 1016 at 9 a.m., so you can probably hit both that and Strasburg and then head to Sims. Enjoy milk and donuts at 9. The kids start hunting at 9:30. Photo opportunity with the Easter Bunny. Bring your family and friends and for a morning of joy and excitement. Don't forget your baskets for the big old egg hunt and your cameras for memorable photos with the Easter Bunny. Got another one at Louisville Park at 2 p.m. That's going to be a little difficult run from Sisney to get to Louisville by 2, or from Sims to get to Louisville by 2, but it's a possibility. That, again, for children 12 and under, kids can register one of 4 tricycles or bicycles that are being given away. And finally, an Easter extravaganza up in Effingham, in addition to the Elks Easter egg hunt up there. XFM, KJ Country, and HS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital presenting their annual Easter extravaganza at the Thelma Keller Convention Center. Doors open at 8:30. and with the first 500 children receiving a free egg bag filled with goodies from the event sponsors, all kinds of event sponsors. They will also have their much-loved, beloved Diaper Derby will be taking place at 9 o'clock. Egg hunts for all ages go until 11:45. Don't miss the free photo with the Easter Bunny. So I don't know. You can figure it out how many of those you want to hit. You'll be able to hit one or two of them, maybe three of them. What else going on in Iuka? It's an Iuka consignment auction. This will be at 10 o'clock. It's a benefit and consignment auction Saturday morning to benefit the Iuka Township building. Donations and consignments of large items such as cars, trucks, and tractors, boats will be accepted through Thursday. And donations, consignments, so small items all day Friday and Saturday. Starting at 8 o'clock. It doesn't say here who's going to be running it, who's doing the auctioning, but Waylon Kleiboker, you know Waylon, he does a good job over there. He and Raymond Father will be in charge of the stuff, so give them a call if you got any questions. Also, fish fry at the Sisney Fire Station. I thought this was last week. Didn't they have their fish fry last week?
Fairfields.
Oh, I thought, okay. Fairfield had
Sisney's
having it this week, and the Bedford Township Fire Protection District will hold their annual fish fry on March 30th at 4 p.m. Along with, it's a drive-through event. It'll be fries, hush puppies, coleslaws, and bottled water. Cost per meal is $13. That's cheap. Profits go towards the firemen and special tools and projects. So all that coming up. One other thing to tell you about over the weekend, dinner with Elvis Presley. The big tribute dinner with Elvis Presley.
Stinky.
You boys going to go to Elvis tribute? I think it's a tribute. I don't believe it's really Elvis.
Oh, you don't get it. Okay.
No, different.
Then I'm out.
That would have been pretty cool. 45 years gone, Elvis.
At this point, it probably doesn't smell, though.
Well, that'd be past. He'd be
the smell's probably done.
Yeah, I would say. So what else is? It's a night of rock and roll and mouth-watering food at their dinner with Elvis Presley tribute artist Riley Jenkins. Riley plays for the young Elvis as in the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical $1 Million Quartet in Branson, Missouri. He'll take the stage and bring the King's legendary music to life. Prepare to be amazed as Riley mesmerizes the audience with his spot-on renditions of Elvis' greatest hits from Jailhouse Rock all the way to Love Me Tender. You'll be singing and dancing all night long. Indulge in the delectable dinner. Doesn't say what the dinner is. Talented friends from Country Roads Catering will, there it is, a feast on delicious roast beef and ham that will satisfy your taste buds. 2 side dishes, salad included in the ticket price. What is the ticket price? I don't see the ticket price, but I'm sure you get a hold of those folks. They'll be able to help you out. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Pita Day. March 29th celebrates the dipping, scooping, and wrapping of as many ingredients as we can think of into this delicious bread. They want everyone from around the globe to celebrate the National Day calendars. They indulge in the prehistoric delight from the Middle East.
Prehistoric.
That's what it says. It says that pita has
historic.
Dinosaurs used to make them with their little
rich
arms.
roots. I'm making stuff. I'm just telling you what I'm reading. Pita has rich roots dating back about 2.4 million years.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. There weren't even people 2.4 million years.
I'm telling you, little dinosaurs with their little hands and making little bread pastries.
Says during the Stone Age. Stone Age wasn't until like 45,000 years ago. But
somebody's numbers seem off here.
Experience shows Natufian people in the region that is now Jordan made a kind of flatbread from wild grains. However, unlike today's pita, which forms into a pocket, the ancient pita bread was just thin and flat. First actual mention of pita bread takes place in 1936. So that makes more
Sounds
sense.
to me like it's about 80 years old then.
Well, yeah, I guess so. What's your favorite pita? Your favorite
pita chip.
You like the pita chip?
Love the pita chip. And the ones from Aldi's, pita chips from Aldi's, fantastic.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. We have multiple
No
bags
free
in.
sponsor drops.
Sorry. It's a safe lot if you want to eat pita chips. Yeah.
How about you?
Just using them in any kind of dip.
There's your dip right there. How about that?
See?
Hummus. That's a good one. We eat our pita chips with hummus most of the time.
See now, do you need to like grill up the pita like that or something, or what do you do there to make those to get that? Warm it up a little.
That gives it some crunchiness and some texture instead of just being the soft pita.
Well, I kind of like my favorite pita is with a gyro.
Yeah.
So that's
stuff of the pita with it.
You can't go wrong with that. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? March 29th, it is National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. This honors all small business owners each year on March 29th. Small businesses are a vital part of the U.S. economy, and a critical role they play is sometimes overlooked. Consumers can show them their much-deserved appreciation by shopping locally and at small businesses, especially on National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. 30.7 small businesses in the United States. 55% of owners started their own business to be their own boss. That's a pretty good one as well.
What the other 45 do?
Started their own business to make money. I don't have a clue what the other 45 did.
Makes sense.
They started their own business to avoid the repo man.
If I was to start my own business, it's because I don't want to talk to anybody else.
That's a great point.
That'd not be a very good business.
Why not?
Because usually you have to sell two people.
Just click a button. It's the world we live in nowadays.
I kind of like what he's thinking.
Yeah.
I really.
Just click a button. I put it out there. Click the button. If you like it, you take it.
If you don't, tough.
If you don't click the button.
Tough.
I'm all right with that. See, how long ago did this holiday start? Well, Rick and Margie Siegel founded National Mom and Pop Business Owners Day in honor of couples like his parents, whose successful hat shop opened in 1939 and grew into a 10,000 square feet and $2 million clothing venture. Some local shops that were mom and pop shops that you might have heard of. Benihana, the Japanese restaurant. How about
from the
Culver's?
office.
Culver's is a mom and pop.
Can you really consider them mom and pop when they're in that many cities?
Everywhere.
I think it's still owned by the family. I mean, that's the thing. There's
so's Walmart.
Mom and pop Walmart.
Well, you got a point.
So
there you go, mom and pop.
When I think of mom and pop, it's definitely Walmart.
Yeah.
That's not quite small business day.
Amazon.
You're defeating the purpose. Well, Amazon, Microsoft.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
They probably opened it just so they didn't have to work for another boss. They were on their boss.
Well, that might be why that's certainly why they did Microsoft.
McDonald's.
That was a different. That's somebody else bought that. Somebody else bought that. That wasn't mom and pop. That was pop and pop.
Pop.
Yeah, on McDonald's. That was pop and pop. What else today? Of course, ladies and gentlemen, have a blessed Good Friday, commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in the Christian faith. It's called Good Friday to get ready for Easter. By the way, this is the end. Now is this the end of Lent, or is Good Friday the end of Lent, or is Easter the end of Lent?
I have no clue.
You go to church a lot.
Not a Catholic one.
Well, I mean, you don't take something off for Lent?
No. Yeah, I took off sleeping. That's what I took off for Lent was sleeping.
Well, how about you?
I'm not giving anything up.
You're not about to spill. You're not about to spill the beans.
No, I'm not giving anything else.
Well, that makes sense. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? Some good stuff on TV tonight. I'll get started with the NBA basketball. It's the Lakers at the Indiana Pacers. That's on Bally at Channel 630 at 6. At 6:30, the Bulls play the Nets. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. Opening day of baseball season. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, Friday, Thursday's the opening day, and the Cardinals are on television. Guess where they are Friday?
Apple TV.
Apple Plus. Second day of the season.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yep. Well, they carried them several times last year, if you remember.
They're still on the radio, right?
They're still on the radio.
Al Roth.
I don't have Apple
doing
Plus.
it.
You got Apple Plus.
Mike Shannon doing
You
it?
got Apple Plus?
No.
Mike Shannon's not doing the games anymore. No, he and Jack Buck are watching the games in heaven. Right?
That'd be a good team right there.
That would be. Somebody need to put those two
they should be on TV
together. The only one you'll see on TV, Cubs aren't playing on Friday. The only one you'll see on TV, Toronto is at Tampa, and Aaron Savali's pitching for Tampa. Nobody knows who's pitching.
So it'll be high for
right.
high viewership.
Probably not.
Yeah, Tampa's going to have nobody in the stands and those in Canada.
Sweet 16 we're going to get to here in a little bit. The college basketball starts on CBS. It'll be on CBS as well as TBS and True TV. We'll get to those games here in just a few moments. That's Jamey. That's Lucas. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be back with our Take the Points weekly edition after this word.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Alabama, Arizona.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey as we do show prep right now here on Big Talk. Getting ready for the Sweet 16 edition of the 2024.
Exactly how they put it together for the most part, too.
Oh, yeah. And by the way,
12 of the top 16 seeds, the 1, 2, 3s, and 4s, 12 of the 16 made it through.
First time since what, 2000?
A while, and then two of them were number 5s that made it through.
Well, the first time since maybe 2010 or something that the ones, all the 1s and 2s made it into the Sweet 16.
Yep.
So yeah, you know the committee took a lot of guff about putting teams in and
they didn't
not
take
letting
guff
teams.
about the 1s and 2s.
No, they didn't. They took guff about Indiana State, who is in the semifinal at the.
Did they make it through?
Yeah,
Played.
They played last night. Wednesday or Tuesday night. Beat Cincinnati to advance, I think, or beat somebody.
It was Cincinnati.
Did you get that number right? I bet it at 4. So I got a push.
I left it alone.
It opened at 2.5. Opened at 2.5, went to 5. And I was able to catch it at 4, so I got a push.
Yeah, I left it alone.
Yeah, that's probably
good win.
Wise. Well, I didn't get a win. I got a push.
By Indiana State.
Well, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a nice.
I like that kid, Robbie Avila.
Yeah, Robbie Avila had a good game. Not talking about him though, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we're talking about. We're going to talk about Thursday's games here first. The Clemson-Arizona game is the first game of the evening, right? Is that on Thursday? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't have the times in there.
Thursday, like at 6:10, and then San Diego and UConn at 6:30, and then Alabama and North Carolina after half an hour after Clemson, Arizona, and Illinois, Iowa State. East and West regionals. Were there any surprises, boys, in the East and the West regional?
NC State. Oh, East and West, Thursday night.
The only lower seed that really made through was Clemson, and everybody really thought Clemson was going to get beat by New Mexico. A lot of people had New Mexico getting through that Clemson game.
The biggest surprise of all, however, if you want to, and I always do show how we did. If you look here at the end, the East and West is here on the left-hand side.
We had Auburn.
We had Auburn.
We had Auburn as a group. Yeah.
This is the group. We got 3, and we still have 3 alive in our Final Four. But this was the take the points set, and Auburn getting upset by Yale. That was a shocker, wasn't it?
They just didn't play. I mean, didn't score.
Yale hit some shots.
Didn't defend. That makes it tough.
If you watch that game, some of the shots the Yale kids were hitting, especially that guard, left-handed guard, they were hard shots, and he hit them. I mean, nothing but the bottom. So they played well.
He was, and he shot kind of awkwardly too. I mean, he was kind of spreading his legs real wide and had an awkward jumper, but they caught him. They were Auburn didn't play well at the end. And they lost it at the end. Disappointing to a lot of folks I know I know a lot of people who had Auburn going a long way in the tournament. Really, that's kind of the biggest surprise on that side of the bracket, isn't it? Like you said, Clemson, the 7th seed?
They're the 6th seed, and so they're the lowest seed to make the Sweet 16 on this side of the bracket.
Which usually we're used to a double digit in there from somewhere, and you just didn't have that double digit come through. You had Oakland win in the first round, beat Kentucky, and then play a heck of a game and end up losing.
Yeah, that was on the that's on the other side.
That's on the other side, but I'm just saying usually you have a double-digit seed, and you didn't see that coming.
Of the games Thursday night here, boys, which ones are you think the funnest one to watch? Is Illinois, Iowa State?
The last two. Bama, North Carolina will be fun, and so will, because they play such different styles of basketball.
That's the fascinating thing about these.
So it'll be who wins their style, who sets the pace, and then Illinois, Iowa State play the same type of basketball.
Except one plays defense and the other plays offense.
I was going to be. I'm being good.
That's right.
I'm being good.
You're wearing orange and blue. You can say what you like.
I'm being good.
Florida orange and blue.
But they're both up and down the court quick. They both want that fast pace, and so we'll see.
Iowa State is an outstanding defensive team. I think they proved that all season long, and they proved it in the conference tournament when they beat Houston. What do you have? Are these all 4 conference champions in this region?
Illinois, UConn.
San Diego State won theirs too, didn't they? Yeah. So, you got 4 conference tournament champions still alive in the East. And, of course, UConn, San Diego State. Now, tell me, Lucas, anybody going to beat UConn?
So far, they've made it where there's no chance of going to beat them. The first 2 games, they were up almost 30 in the first half, and they just coasted to 35-point wins.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to have to push them somewhere along the line, but UConn had to exert themselves either, so they're fresh as you can get.
The numbers here are the odds as of Wednesday morning. And so you got San Diego State -10. That started out at 13. So that's moved down toward San Diego State, which really kind of surprises me.
Well, I think that's because of the low line. That 136, they expected to be a lower scoring game.
Yeah.
And so they tightened that number up.
Yeah, when that's all you're getting for money line, they're going to squeeze that number down.
I was kind of surprised to see Arizona getting a 7. I guess, is that because Clemson has to fly so far
Well, once
across?
again, so it's to reverse what we just said. You've got a 152 over.
Yeah.
And so they're figuring they'll spread it out at the end.
Well, let's talk about just Thursday alone in those picks. Which ones of those would you feel comfortable wagering on? I mean, we're not making any specific picks, but just pick one of the 4.
Just one of the 4.
If you had to pick to make a bet on, and then
Can
we'll
I
do
go?
the same thing for Friday.
All right.
If I had to
Does it have
pick
to be
one,
a team, or can it be?
if I had to pick one bet,
We're making one bet.
Mine's North
Okay.
Carolina minus the 4.
I've already got a bet placed for tomorrow night, so
Why'd you choose
mine's
so
easy.
early?
Huh?
What? Nothing.
Because I could get the number that I wanted.
Okay.
I mean, because I was able to get.
What if someone gets
I
hurt at
got
practice?
UConn at like 11 and a half.
What if someone gets hurt on purpose?
You took 11.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the Illinois Iowa State over.
46-73.
That's a good one.
That's the one I'd take.
That'd be like 70.
73 apiece, roughly.
Yeah, 74, 72.
Yep.
Would catch
That'd be my
that.
one out of the 4.
75, 73.
Because I think UConn will win, but I do think it will be low scoring because of the way San Diego State plays, and that 10's just big number in the Sweet 16.
I tell you what, if you look back at the numbers over the course of the last, I think it's the last 12 years, there have been of the number of 10-point favorites in the Sweet 16. That round alone, I heard this morning, there have been 17 games with the 10-point favorite over the last 10 years in the Sweet 16, and the favorite covers like 12 out of 17.
Wow, that surprises. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Because a lot of times in the second round, the Sweet 16 round, you're catching that higher seed in a double digit.
You're catching
And
the
so that's why
double digit,
right.
and you're also getting the week of practice.
Right,
the
exactly.
The extra practice.
And so that's a reason that's that way a lot of the times.
Yeah. Who's your pick?
North Carolina. I just think the way North Carolina is shooting the ball right now and playing.
North Carolina's playing really
They're
well.
playing good, and I think that number is just a touch low.
There's not
Alabama
a-
can score.
You
There's
think 173 is low, huh?
That's
that's
a big
Bruce,
number, but the -4, I think.
You and I can agree there is no chance that North Carolina loses that game. It's not possible.
I like what you're doing.
It is not possible North Carolina does not lose that game.
I am not putting that.
There's no way that Bama wins that game outright.
There is no way Wimp Sanderson is going to have to come from the grave.
He's not walking through that door, Bruce.
Wimp Sanderson
He's not
is
walking
not
through that.
through that door.
There's no way Bama wins that game.
I agree, and I don't think there's a way in heck that San Diego State could possibly win. So I'm just saying, I think it's a lock. If you
We're
want
going to come right back
money
talk
line
about
that
We're
one.
going to talk about Friday nights. We'll be back after this.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, Cole Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Open there's
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to
Nobody
Big
left.
Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, along with Jamey, Hodges, and Lucas Vaughan. We are. This is the Take the Points edition. You can always check out once a week or twice a week this week, as we're going to talk about Friday's games now. We talked about Thursdays a little bit. How about Friday night? NC State at Marquette, or versus Marquette, down in the that's in the Midwest, right? That's in the South. Pardon me. That's in the South.
Purdue's Midwest.
Followed by Gonzaga and Purdue in the Midwest, and that's in Detroit, right? Yeah.
One double-digit seed, NC State in there, but that's kind of a misleading double-digit seed.
Why so? Why do you call NC State misleading?
They won their
as an
conference
11 seed?
championship.
They won a tournament, I guess.
They had to win to get through, and they won the ACC tournament. Beat who'd they beat to get through there? Beat Duke to get through there.
They're the only team in that first four that won their tournament. Actually, they're the only team up there that won their tournament.
Houston,
They're the only team
Tennessee.
playing
Yep.
Friday that won their tournament.
Yep, it is.
But you do have closer scores here in all these games on Friday than you do on Thursday night. Boys, is the curse over for Purdue, or is it too early to tell?
This will tell us.
This is a tough matchup.
I think this.
It's a tough matchup.
I think this Gonzaga game will let us know, because Gonzaga matches up well with Purdue, and I just think this game will
Gonzaga
tell us.
doesn't have hardly any depth. They only play about 7 guys, and those 2 guys don't play a lot. Now, one of them is the Huff kid, he's a 6'10", but he's not a defensive presence. He's more of a scorer than anything.
Yeah.
They're going to have trouble matching up with, like everybody does, Edey. But
that's the fascinating thing with Edey. He's not going to find up a matchup, an even matchup, unless both Purdue and UConn make the final.
Yeah,
because the Klingon guy is just about the only kid.
Almost 7'1", and he's a big, thick kid too.
7'2". They
Is he
listed.
2 now?
Yeah, he's 2
He
now.
grew since last year.
Well, I believe he has. So you've got Gonzaga and Purdue in a tight one. This Duke-Houston game, to me, is just going to be fascinating because Houston plays such good defense, and Duke is playing really, really well right now. You think that gets to the over? Houston gave up 86 points in regulation on Sunday.
I don't know if it will or not.
If I had to bet, I would take that under. Houston's they're tough defensively, and if they can't shoot, they don't score well, they're going to muddy that game up and make it slower, and it won't be an up and down contest.
Then the final game of the evening, Creighton versus Tennessee. That one just has who the heck knows all over.
Yeah, it should have been Oregon versus Tennessee, but yeah, we'll say Creighton. No big deal.
No biggie.
We won't get bitter about that at all.
Yeah, we're none of us are bitter yet. Wait till Friday night.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's going to be a wild one. Okay, now if you had to pick one of these games, that life on the line, you got to place a bet here. What are one of the Friday night games? What are you doing, Jamey?
You never told us your Thursday night game, by the way.
You did say your Thursday night.
No, you said you already had a bet. But
I had a bet as UConn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, at 11 or 11.5?
Yeah, 11. So,
Yeah,
it's gone down, and I'm still feeling comfortable about it. That's the thing.
I'd take Tennessee minus 2.5.
Well, I
think they're the better team. I think they're just taller, longer than Creighton. You got to keep the one kid from shooting every time he steps across half court, and that's it. And
I think I'd take Purdue. I really think the Purdue is going to knock out the Echoes, and I take Gonzaga. I watched Gonzaga play too much. Here's the curse, and this is why I'm in last place in my little bracket.
One of the worst brackets I've ever seen.
One of the worst brackets ever of all
cow.
time. It's just terrible. But I watched too much college basketball, and I watched all these teams that I thought were decent just didn't show up. And I watched all these teams I thought were crap, showed up and played well. So I watched Gonzaga play numerous times. I was like 4 or 5 times. They showed up for one game.
Unimpressed with it mostly.
Unimpressed with Gonzaga, except for the Kentucky game. Kentucky, by golly, they played pretty doggone good against Kentucky, won at Rupp Arena. And they played pretty good against Kansas, but I'm not going to let that Kansas game sway me because Kansas was like a wounded dog. They were in trouble.
That game can't be really considered that much.
It's tied up at halftime.
Yeah.
Or Kansas had a 1-point lead.
What, lost by 25?
Yeah, 18, 19, 20, something like that. So, mine, I'm taking Purdue -4. How about you, Lucas?
I tell you one thing about that game. Purdue, they're going to force Purdue's not Zach Edey to beat them. So the guys outside,
so
the
lawyers, Lawyer Smith and Braden,
they're going to force them to beat them because Edey's numbers are huge. He's going to get his points. They're going to make the other guys beat him. So that's going to be tough if they can keep him off there. Go back to that sheet there. Okay.
You got to pick a Friday.
So mine's going to be the Tennessee Creighton over. I don't think either team is overly going to be too defensive oriented.
I was going to say
they're both going to shoot.
Neither team's too terrifically interested in playing defense.
No, they're going to shoot the ball. They're going to athletic, and so I think I take that over.
That sounds interesting to me. I like so we've got a Tennessee over. You're on Tennessee, and I'm on Purdue.
Who you guys on in that Duke Houston game? I truly think that Duke takes that.
Oh, let's see.
I really do.
The Duke Houston game. Do I think Duke's going to win?
I have no clue on that one.
I would have felt a lot more comfortable picking Duke over Houston. Actually, I think Houston's going to wake up. I think the last 5 minutes. Okay. I think the last 5 minutes of that Texas A&M game was a wake-up call for Houston, and they are going to pour it on Duke. They're going to beat Duke by 10 points, which for them is 20 for anybody else.
That would be a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Houston's going to win, but I'm not. I'm not putting my life on that. That's not. Here's what it looks like overall, ladies and gentlemen, of the Sweet 16. Of course, I took this from Bet Rivers. So Illinois is not included.
So what is their number?
I think Illinois is probably around that North Carolina level or something like that. Where's ISU? ISU's 20-1. You got to figure, and ISU's a favorite, so you got to figure Illinois is 21 or so. 21 or 22, something like that. To me, UConn at plus 200 that's way too low a number. There's way too many things that can happen to UConn still in this tournament.
Still, it's getting your money back on a prohibitive favorite.
Yeah.
Doubling your money.
Yeah, it's turning, $100 into $300.
So.
Wow. Current odds for Illinois is 35. It's open at 66 at 35 now.
Is that right?
Yep. So they're
below Gonzaga.
They're right above. What do they have? Alabama on here. Yeah, the Alabama on here is 4,000, and they've got Gonzaga at 25. So yeah, Illinois.
It's probably because of the Iowa State matchup.
It probably is.
And the fact that after that it's UConn. So you've got to pump them down some. But yeah, that's a big number.
This one, the only one I would really feel comfortable throwing money at it. I'd feel pretty good about. I like
6-1 on Purdue, 12-1 on
12-1 on Tennessee.
I like Arizona 9,
North Carolina,
but that's not going to be my.
I think I'd have to. Let's see, they're on that.
I'd probably go Duke 14 to tell you the truth.
Duke's on the other side.
Even though I just said Houston's going to beat them, I don't like 6. That's not enough.
Let's just hedge every bet we make.
That's not nearly enough. Let's see what else I had. East. Oh yeah, I do have these. This one does not have the number for Illinois in the East region.
It'd be somewhere around 3-4 to 1.
Yeah, well, probably be about 5 or 6, considering what you just said about the other number. Midwest, Purdue's not quite prohibitive, but that's a pretty solid lead on Purdue there in the Midwest. Out in the South, Houston, the pretty big favorite over Marquette. And same in the West. Not a big favor for Arizona. They're barely favored over North Carolina.
For what reason did Arizona bump North Carolina out of the favorite there? North Carolina's played great basketball in 2 games.
Well, at this point, you got to figure, matchups.
I don't know. I'm surprised by that. That makes.
Hubert Davis is perfect in the last 7 or 8 games against the spread, right?
Actually, in the NCAA tournament,
since he took over as head coach,
he's perfect as a favorite. He's like 8-0 as a favorite against the spread. I don't think he's perfect overall. I think he's perfect as a favorite.
And pretty good.
That's still pretty good. We're going to come back talk baseball right after this. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. We're showing this on Thursday and Friday. You know what Thursday is?
Opening day.
Opening day.
I got it.
Opening day in the
3:10.
3:10 is when Los Angeles plays St. Louis. First pitch. Who's pitching for LA on?
Hippie.
You know, we got like 30 seconds into the show. What? That means the Cardinals win by a bunch, right? Is he going to throw it?
Well, probably.
How about that? Okay, we don't know we know as little as anybody else.
Well, because I don't know Japanese, so yes, that'd be correct.
About Shohei Ohtani and how his finances are run. Is there any thought here that Shohei Ohtani actually gambled on baseball?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Nippy's probably living in a mansion in Japan,
It's
been set
definitely
up for
sketchy.
life, and
The fact that they
moved away.
told a story and then immediately said that story is not true and told another story.
Ippei hasn't been seen since.
That's what I'm saying. He's living a life of luxury.
Since he may not have gotten on a plane to come back to L.A. after Seoul. I mean, that's the thing. If you're a Los Angeles or the FBI, you may have trouble tracking this guy down.
Yeah, he's gone. He's into the wind. He's living the best life.
Him and P. Diddy are probably somewhere together.
Probably. And Elvis.
They could find P. Diddy.
No, he left the country too.
Well, he's on his boat. He was on his boat when the whole thing happened. So he's like scooting around the Bahamas on his boat, gassing up and continuing on. May be able to find more money that way. We'll talk it more at length of that as more news comes out. Baseball season is here. Here's the last year's postseason.
We got it right too. That's exactly how we picked
nobody
it.
had any idea that the Arizona Diamondbacks were going to get into the World Series. And the same story actually for Texas, the number 5 seed. Arizona, the number 6 seed. Look at that. How about that?
Worked out just like we thought.
Worked out like everybody thought. The number 1 seed gets eliminated in 3 games by Texas. The number 1 seed in the National League gets eliminated in 4 games by the Phillies, who then somehow miraculously lose 2 games at home to Arizona in the game 6 and 7 to lose that series, coming home with a 3-2 lead. And so Arizona gets the World Series. Now, does that make you think the regular season isn't worth much in Major League Baseball anymore, or just as long as you get into the tournament, or what?
Just get in the tournament, and get hot, just like anything else.
Yeah. That's kind of how it worked last year for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So you have, again, you've got the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Well, and some teams are just built better for postseason when it comes to pitching and that sort of deal. They can shorten their rotation easier than other teams can, and it just works out better.
Well, that's what worked for Arizona. And actually, that's what worked for Texas, too, because at the end, they only had, 2 healthy starting pitchers, including Jordan Montgomery, who just signed this week with the National League Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, that's right.
He signed with the D-backs. And
I just read that before I came in.
Snell signs with the San Francisco Giants, right?
So when you shorten that staff from 5 to 3 and be dominant with those 3, it changes the whole dynamic.
We must not have done it last year.
Did
we not do all of our picks last year for baseball?
Yeah, it's farther. There it is.
Farther down. Okay, I got it.
Farther down. We didn't do real well.
Let's not bring that up. This is a new year, Lucas.
The Braves. It looks to me like the Braves and Blue Jays were supposed to be good last year.
Well, if you look at our picks this year, it's going to look
I think a lot of us like those too. I think I've got those 2 in the World Series.
It's going to look a whole lot the same this year.
Who do you like this year, Lucas? Let's just begin.
Well, none of us even had the Rangers.
Nobody did.
Not even the playoffs.
Nobody did.
You don't pick the world champions from the last year, and I don't pick the second place, the World Series losers, because there's a big hangover from that. So I don't think
that's funny.
I don't have the Diamondbacks getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, we were terrible.
I didn't have them getting in last year either. So we weren't.
But Jordan Montgomery's a nice pickup for him. He's a proven winner. He can pitch well.
Pitching along with Merrill Kelly, they've got a nice staff.
Yeah, they got a nice staff out there.
With a closer, they do have a good closer who's a little dinged up. He's going to be out a few weeks, but you never know. Okay, let's see. Here's what the odds are on the American League squads to win the league. Now, this isn't the World Series. This is just
Oakland
the league.
201. That sounds good.
Pretty sure I had Toronto, had Baltimore as a wild card, but I think I had Toronto going again.
Well,
I'd have to look.
I've got it right here. If you really want a refresher, you've got you do have the Blue Jays winning the East and Twins.
Hey, I'm the only one that didn't have the Blue Jays.
Boy, we all 3 did at 4-1. They're not even the favorites. The Yankees are the favorites, the Yankees are like the second pick. I take that back. Baltimore's the favorite.
I didn't have the Blue Jays making the playoffs.
Man,
smart.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know how smart that is. But here was the American League. The Yankees, the second pick, ahead of the Orioles, even though the Orioles are picked to win the division. This is to win the league. Rangers still up there, even though they're not picked by any of us. If you had to use these numbers and pick based on numbers only, not on betting value, as opposed to who you think's actually going to win it, what would you? Are there any changes to your picks?
No, I like my number.
You've got let's see. Okay, well I've got the other sheet has the winners on it, but okay, here's the National League. See if any numbers jump out at you here. Actually, I just can't see the Dodgers being that big a number. That just makes no sense to me. I mean, they don't have. They've got like 1 or 2 starters is all. Everybody else is dinged up. And their infield has a guy that can't catch the ball at third base, but they do have Shohei Ohtani. So, I mean, you got Max Muncy, can't catch the ball, Lucas.
It's a bad thing in baseball.
You kind of have to catch.
Kind of need to do that.
He had 3 errors.
There's a few things you got to do: catch, throw, hit.
He had 3 errors, and when he does catch, he has difficulty throwing at the first. So, I mean, other than that,
I mean, that's probably something they need to address.
What surprises me is you've got the Cardinals ahead of the Cubs, whereas everybody right now is picking the Cubs to win the division. And
not everybody.
Well, no, none of us. Don't get me wrong. I don't have the Cardinals winning. We all have the Weeze goes with the Cubs. Weeze goes with the Cubs. We're all taking the Dodgers. Wild card, Padres, Phillies, Giants for me. Same for Jamey. And
Weeze got the Nationals in. I got Chicago in it.
Yeah,
with Arizona.
What do you like Chicago to get in?
I tell you what, I thought they've had a good offseason. They put some pieces together and really made that team.
And they got Justin Steele coming back.
Yeah, that made that team look pretty solid, honestly. So.
Taking a look at the American League, you see the Blue Jays pretty liberally thrown in there. I threw the dart wildly at the Royals. I just kind of thought it was a winnable division.
That division is one division over the last handful of years that it seems like somebody that you don't think of does come out of there, or it's a really close race.
Yeah, that's why I took the Royals. I thought they had a good. I mean, that's a good number to win the division. So Seattle.
That division number for the Dodgers is -600 almost.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's.
They just want people to roll over.
Well, that's the thing. They're thinking that the Giants and the Giants reloaded too.
Yeah.
They put some pretty good. They picked up some pretty good pitching. Who knows? We're going to come back talk about individual awards here in just a second. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
Napa Know-How.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa Know-How experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Good morning. Whatever, ladies and gentlemen.
Wherever we are.
Got you sidetracked, didn't I?
We're showing, we show the show on TV at 9 a.m. as well as at 2 o'clock, I think. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock,
something like that. It happens. It shows
I was
up.
told it was 2 o'clock, but then when I tried to schedule it, it was 1 o'clock. So I don't
Whatever
know.
works,
the other
Bruce.
person who was scheduling, who told me 2 o'clock, has her show at 2 o'clock. So I don't know what to do other than stick it at 1 o'clock.
I think anybody sit around for the replay, they'll watch the first one and be like, you know what, it was so good.
I missed something. I think I missed something. I'm going back.
Yes.
I'm going back in.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking baseball. Let's talk American League. Let's see, what was this photo? Oh, well, that was my last one. American League MVP. I've only got the first top 16 guys. Anybody float your boat there?
I'm going Guerrero Jr.
Are you really?
I've gone with Mike Trout so many times, and he has failed me so many times.
Oh, he has not. He's got like 5 MVPs, doesn't he?
In the last 10 years, how many's he had?
Oh,
Like
now that
none.
I can't say. Let's see, who'd I go with in the American League? I went with Bobby Witt. Okay, there's a reason I went with Bobby Witt, and I don't even, you show him, yeah, there it is, 18-1. It's because I had the Royals win the division.
So he has to do well.
So
for the
he's got to
Royals
do well
win the division.
for the Royals to win the division.
So when the Orioles
it all
goes
tells the story.
65 and 90, then chances are he's not
Since
going
they go 65 and 90, Bobby Wood had a crap year. Okay, and I kind of did the same thing in the American League Cy Young because I've got I had the Mariners win the division, and I've got Emerson. What's his name? Where's he at? He might not even been on here. Let's see.
Garrett Cole's already hurt.
Oh, I've got Emerson Hancock at Rookie of the Year. So yeah. The AL Cy Young, Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays. That's why I have the Blue Jays winning their division. How about you boys? You've got Burns. No, that's Weeze. Lucas, you've got Valdez winning at plus 800, huh?
Yes. That's all I got to say.
I was going to say.
That's all I got to say about it. Yes, I do. I expect Houston to be good again this year, and Valdez's stuff really is extremely good.
How about the National League, ladies and gentlemen? MVP in the National League, Ronald Acuna, coming off a huge year last year, and he's the betting favorite to win it 2 years in a row. I just can't see that happening personally, but
he's kind of a talented young man.
He is tremendously talented. Shohei Ohtani, the third betting pick. I don't like that at all. Mookie Betts has a good shot. And Freddie Freeman, second place last year. But I went with Matt Olson at 14-1 because I think the Braves are going to be outstanding. And he had an MVP style year last year, but the news stories didn't come out until later on him. How about you, Lucas? Who do you have? You got Mookie.
Oh yeah, I went with Mookie.
Yeah. Who would you, if you were actually going to pick one, who would you have picked?
I just ran out of time, Bruce. I got the top part filled out. All right.
Pick one. I've got the number right here. You can go or you can go off the board.
I'll go with Trey Turner.
Trey Turner is
Let's go to the middle.
Yeah, I'd like O'Neal Cruz actually at 60-1 because even though the Pirates aren't going to win anything, O'Neal Cruz is such fun to watch. He might
think
carry
anyway.
those
Kyle
guys.
Schwarber could win MVP. We hitting under 200.
Under 200
Be
for
tough.
a team that wins 50 games.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one.
How about the National League Cy? Taking a look at that. Here is
I would
the new guys, Yoshinobu Yamamoto at the Dodgers.
I know who I want. I obviously want Sonny, but I'd say Blake Snell would be my
Sonny
pick
Gray
there.
at 20-1 is a fun pick.
But Sonny Gray at 21 is who I would actually put money on.
You're going to put Blake Snell, huh?
But just because I would be watching Sonny Gray more than the other
Blake
pitchers.
Snell stays in the league.
So I'm going to take Blake.
That's all right. Who'd you end up going with?
I was Spencer Strider. That dude is
Spencer
nasty.
Strider's outstanding.
Yeah, his
I went
stuff's
same
crazy.
pitching staff. I just didn't go with Strider. I went there with Fried. Fried is a 10-1, whereas Strider, I was going with them get more money out of it. I'm greedy, I guess.
But as far as actual money, I'd probably bet on Sonny Gray.
And there you see the rest of our picks, ladies and gentlemen. I've got Mike Schilt back at it. Winning the manager
You're
of the
not going
year.
with the extension boy? Our Cardinal?
No, I am not going with Ollie Marmol.
The new extension?
No, I am not going with Ollie Marmol. And I've got Scott Service up there in Seattle being the manager of the year. Rookie of the year, Jung-Hoo Lee and Emerson Hancock. But the Rookie of the year with a bullet, Victor Scott. Whenever we did these, Victor Scott.
We didn't realize he was starting day one.
We didn't realize Victor
We
Scott
did
was
not
gonna
know
play.
Victor Start was starting out.
That is so cool. Go Cardinals. Go Victor Scott. And I got him like 15-1 to win the most steals in the league. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we had no clue he was playing.
UFL starts on Saturday.
Go Battlehawks.
Pick a team quickly. Battlehawks 4-1. Caw. How about you, Lucas?
The Houston Roughnecks.
Houston Roughnecks are good. They won, the USFL a couple of years ago. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in today. On Big Talk. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday.
Mason wins 45-1, by the way.
Enjoy your weekend. See you soon.
Victor Scott didn't make the list.